Hey everybody, and welcome back to another video. This week I don't have a studio vlog for you, so I thought I would film a Q&A for you instead. So I asked a load of questions on my Instagram, and these are some of them. Let's get started. I have already filmed this once. I tried to film it on my camera. Everything was out of focus, so I'm back on my phone. So one of the questions actually is, what equipment do I use to video my vlogs? I'm looking down. I got all the questions on a piece of paper. So what equipment do I use to film my videos? So I use my phone, which is an iPhone XS, and I just use a regular tripod. I also use this tripod if I'm doing any shots on my desk because it's nice and small and this wobbles around. This is a Manfrotto, I think that's how you say it. And I also use these phone mounts. I've got one on the tripod and one on here, so I don't have to keep changing. I'm just that lazy. But this one's really good because you can do the horizontal question to then, and then you can also spin the back and it does vertical, and that's the way that I use for filming all of my reels for my Instagram. How did I get into planning? I got into planning from watching Elle Fowler. So she has the shop Glam Planner. I used to watch Blair and Elle all the time on YouTube when they did their beauty, fashion and lifestyle type videos, and then slowly Elle started to share her plan with me videos, and I just got into it from watching her do it, and I wanted to do it, so I started to do it. How did I start my shop and when? So I started my sticker shop in 2017. Before that I did actually have another small business which was still stationary, but that was solely focused on blogging planners and stuff like that. But this actual sticker business I started in 2017, and I started my shop just because I was buying these stickers from other shops and I just became interested in it. I wanted to create something that was perfect for me, so I created a kit that was like everything that I wanted and that what I was looking for in a kit, and then I just decided to release it as an item. What previous jobs did you have? So I've had a lot of different jobs throughout. So I'm 30, so I started working when officially working, well, I had like a paper round. I used to do my brother's paper round for him. You're welcome, Mark. So when I was my very first job, I was a receptionist at my dance school, and then when I was in college I was a waitress for a year, and I actually really liked being a waitress. That was really fun. Considering I hate talking to people, I actually liked that job. And then straight out of college I went to Boots, and I worked at Boots for 2 years, and that was mainly on the healthcare counter. I then left Boots and moved to a local pharmacy to continue working on a healthcare counter. Then I left there because I became interested in something else, which I'll say later on, but I left there to pursue something else, but thought straight away that's not for me, and I was a receptionist at a vet's for 6 months. Then I left there, then I was out of work for a couple of months. I then worked at my local coffee shop. I used to live in a small village, and someone opened a coffee / like card shop. I worked there for, I think that was about 6 months, and then I left there. Me and my husband, who was just my boyfriend at the time, we decided to have a baby, and then so I was out of work for like a year, and then it was during his first like few months that I set up this blogging shop. Yeah, and it went from there, and then I now have Paper Chic plans. What did I originally see myself doing as a career? So even growing up, I've never fully had a set idea of a career in mind. I've flitted back and forth. Like at one point I wanted to be a singer, and then another point I wanted to be a nurse. Like I just always wanted to be all these different things. I never actually had one thing that I was focused on doing. I've always been interested in healthcare and stuff like that, but even then I still didn't want to pursue it. So I've never really had anything focused that I aimed for. I went to a performing arts college, so I don't even have any actual qualifications aside from a BTEC in performing arts. So anything that I did want to do as a career, I had to do everything all over again. When I was working at Boots, I became interested in the healthcare side of things. When I was on the healthcare counter, they wouldn't train me, so I left there to go to that other local chemist where they did train me to be a healthcare counter, and then I got interested in dispensing, so a pharmacy technician. But then I became interested in makeup, so I wanted to be a makeup artist, and that I was pretty set on until I did my first wedding, and I was so stressed. I did one wedding it was my best friend who recommended me to this lady. It was really chilled out, it was at her house, but I was so stressed. I was stressing about everything. I didn't sleep the night before, and when I left I was like, that is not for me. So that idea just went way out of the window, and I was back to just not having any clue what I wanted to do. It all kind of fell into place, and being my own boss is one thing that I always wanted, so I guess I kind of did have an idea. Is there a backup plan? This is from the same person. Is there a backup plan, or do you think entrepreneurship will always be your destiny? So I don't have a backup plan. Going back to what I said earlier, I'm just clicking this pen, it's really annoying, sorry. Going back to what I said earlier, I don't actually have any full qualifications. I have my GCSEs, but I don't have any A-levels. I didn't go to uni. There is a career that I would love to do, but I've never done anything about it, and to be honest, I don't have the guts to do anything about it, because I would have to go back to the beginning, get qualifications again, and I don't have the guts to do it. I know there's going to be people like, just do it, but yeah, I don't know. I don't even know if I do want to go down that way. So if my shop does sadly go to nothing, then maybe I might, but at the moment I'm quite happy with trying to make my business grow and trying to make this work. I love doing what I do, and I love it. So yeah, I'm quite happy with how things are, but should things change in the future, who knows? I'm really cagey about what I want to be. I have said it before on Instagram, but I just want to keep it to myself. Is your sticker shop your full-time job? Yes, it is. And then there was a question that was, when did I know I wanted to do it as a full-time job? I wanted to include this question because my situation was very different and very unique to other people's situations. So when I first started Paper Chic Plans, I was living at home still. My husband, who was my boyfriend at the time, he was living with me. I was very, very, very lucky that Brent was paying the rent to my family while I could work on trying to create this small business and try and grow it and try and make it work. And within a year it had grown enough for us to be financially stable on our own, both together, and we were able to move out. So I was very, very lucky in the situation that I was in, because I never had to work a full-time job and then come back and do my small business. I was very lucky that I could just work on it and work until I could grow it, until I was in a financially stable position. And we did manage to do that quite quickly, which was great, and I was very very grateful that I was able to do it. And yeah, so I wanted to include that. What inspired the shift from fashion and lifestyle blogging to sticker shop owning planner addict? So if you don't know, before I've mentioned that I did blogging, I actually blogged for nearly 10 years. The more that my shop grew and the busier it became, the less time I had to read blogs and to write blogs, and it just slowly fizzled out to that I just didn't have time to do it. But I don't miss it at all. I really do not miss it. I don't actually read blogs anymore. It's just not really something that I'm interested in anymore. I loved it for the years that I did it. I really loved it, but now I'm just really into like business stuff, studio vlogs on YouTube and stuff like that. It was never really an inspired shift. It was just I stopped having time for it, but I don't actually miss it. I do have a blog on my shop where I write a couple of things here and now when I fancy it, but otherwise, yeah, it's not really something that I consciously decided to do. It was just I didn't have time for it. I couldn't ever fit it in, and then I just thought I'm actually not interested in this anymore, and I'm not going to try and make time for it. What were some of the biggest challenges that you faced when starting your business? When I first started the business, there were lots of shops. I found it really hard to try and get my name out there, to get my shop out there, because I had my Instagram was originally for my blogging shop, which was Paper Chic Co. It was hard trying to transition that from the blogging community into the sticker community, but I just kept going, kept sharing pictures, posts and stuff like that, and just kept going, and yeah, you have to keep up with it even now, but that was probably the hardest challenge. It was just trying to transition from the blog into the sticker community and get my name out there. What is the favourite part of your business? So the favourite part of my business is seeing people use my stuff. It's really amazing when people share their pictures of their planners with stickers that I've created, and probably one of my main things that makes me happy is my washi tape being used in other people's planners. And I've seen some small businesses share pictures of my washi tape sealing their orders, and that always makes me smile. I love seeing that. Yeah, really makes me happy. Advice to beginner sticker shops. So I'm terrible at advice. I'm really bad. I would probably say don't undervalue yourself. If you think you're charging too little, you probably are. Don't undervalue yourself. If you think you're charging too less, charge more. Also, do your research. So when I bring out a new product, I try and look at what other people are charging, see what sort of the range is for this new product, because I don't want to be charging too less. I want to cover my costs, but I still need to make a profit on top of that. I still want to be affordable, so I try and come within the middle. Research is probably a good thing to do as well, and also social media is such a big thing, especially in the sticker community. I would say that it's mainly on Instagram and then YouTube. So just keep plugging away, keep sharing your pictures behind the scenes. Like, people love behind the scenes stuff. I love watching other people's studio vlogs. I really enjoy it. I just don't know why it's so satisfying just to see someone work. I don't know, but I love it. Don't undervalue yourself. Do your research and work on your social media to get yourself out there. But I hope that's helpful. I don't know if that is or not. Where do you get your washi manufactured? I get this question a lot on my YouTube videos. If I'm sharing a video with washi tape in, I tend to have comments asking where I get it made. Having my own business, I've done a lot of research into my products, my paper, best printers, best place to buy my glitter fabric, my best pin hoops. Like, I've done all my research to find these products that I love, and some stuff I do share. Like, I share now that my printers are HP. I never used to share that before, but now I share that. I don't share where I get my sticker paper from, and I'm currently not sharing where I get my washi tape manufactured. It's just one of those things where I've done a lot of research into stuff for my shop, products, suppliers, manufacturers, and it's just something that I want to keep to myself for the time being. I'd love to know your business journey, when you started and how it's going, sales, etc. This year has been tough on everyone. Small businesses have struggled. I've struggled. Some months have been fine and there's been no difference, but other months have been terrible. September, for example, I did a quarter of what I usually make, and I was really struggling, not just financially, but myself, thinking, is it because people don't like my stuff anymore? But it's just people are struggling in general. Everyone is, but it really makes you doubt yourself. Yeah, I mean, this year it's hard to judge how the shop's going, but I'm still able to do it. I'm still able to produce stuff and run my shop as a business. Although it's been hard this year, it's understandable, but I'm still able to do it. So I think it's going well. Where do you see yourself in 5 years? So in 5 years, I actually still really hope that the shop is doing well, that the business is doing well. I want to grow it more. I just really want to grow it and hope that I'm still doing this in 5 years time. I really do. Oh, there is one other question that I got. What's my favourite thing about Christmas? And since it's Christmas time, I thought I would share with you what my favourite thing is. My favourite thing about Christmas is just spending time with my family. I know that's cliche, but it really is. Relaxing, eating loads of junk food, watching films, listening to Christmas music, and just being with my family. So that is it for my first Q&A on this channel. I hope you have enjoyed it and actually, found it helpful. If there are any questions that you would like to ask me, just leave them in a comment below and I will get back to you. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I shall see you next time. Bye!